As we're staying close to home and we're putting more consideration into our daily choices, I find myself reflecting on the season of Lent. Lent is a humbling time in the Christian tradition of acceptance and striving to come to terms with the human condition. It's a time of reflection, of sacrifice, of acknowledgement of our vulnerability. We are called to open our hearts intentionally, with less distractions in the modern world, and contemplate what really matters and what it costs. So in this time of social distancing and self-isolation, we are being asked to intentionally consider the possible consequences our actions could have on the health of vulnerable people in our communities. It's a beautiful example of light control, pulling the lens back to consider our intentions and motives with vision and being willing to sacrifice to protect all our relations. So at Time to Heal, we define acceptance as willingly forgiving what cannot be controlled to our comfort in the moment, while positively embracing our true feelings in our heart. The issue then becomes, what are my true feelings and how do I know what I feel in my heart? So your truest feelings are what you internally struggle with to avoid. It's the, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to lean into that. See everything Brene Brown's written on vulnerability. So to avoid our true feelings, we often pendulum swing in extremes. So right now what I'm seeing is the most common pendulum swing is denial, panic, denial, panic, denial, panic, and repeat. Stability would have us avoiding the pendulum swings, having a positive focus in reality and using our energy to focus on positive outcomes without minimizing or denying the seriousness of the situation. Acceptance includes refusing to minimize the consequences of our behaviors or of situations. We're in a pandemic. It's not comfortable to sit in that. Acceptance would have us sitting in that discomfort, in our vulnerability, in our lack of control or knowing, and breathe. Feel. Connect. Be grateful. And this too shall pass. Our lightest, most joyous, and miraculous moments are fleeting, temporary experiences of awe, love, connection, and beauty. We soak them in through gratitude. One of the keys of Lent is to humbly take into our hearts and acknowledge what has been sacrificed, so when the joy of Easter and resurrection come upon us, we're present in gratitude to celebrate the divine grace. Our darkest, most fearful moments are fleeting, temporary experiences of pain, suffering, and despair. There's no avoidance of the human experience. There's no avoidance of the struggle. In essence, dark inspires us to learn and to grow. I look at the global communication cooperation right now tackling COVID-19, and it's incredible. Yesterday I saw a call out for the ultimate medical hackathon. How fast can we design and deploy an open source ventilator? It's amazing how connected we are. It's amazing how creative we are. It's amazing what we can do in our light. And this too shall pass. So for me, I try to remember when I'm devastated and betrayed, this too shall pass. When I'm smelling the soft love of my baby on my chest, this too shall pass. When I'm annoyed at my mate, this too shall pass. When we prioritize social distance, stay home, and share in the laughter of our children playing or like launching themselves off of things they shouldn't climb, this too shall pass. I choose to savor the sacred and joyous moments with a vulnerable and an open heart, so I'm able to breathe in the fullness of awe, gratitude, joy, and love. We soak it in. And I choose to breathe and stand courageously vulnerable with an open heart in moments of pain, fear, suffering, and heartbreak. And this too shall pass. The schools will reopen, the pandemic will end, the sun will rise, newborn babies will cry, and all over the world people will grieve loved ones lost, and celebrate the renewal of life and hope. And this too shall pass. We are one after all, you and I. Together we suffer, together exist, and forever we'll recreate each other. That's Teilhard de Chardin.